The revelations at the end were a jaw-dropping shocker. Hello besties, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having the best day ever. We are going to talk about February releases, and a lot of anticipated releases of mine are coming out next month, and also a lot of sequels, and that's why I'm anticipating them are coming out next month too. And before we begin, all the books that I will mention in this video will be linked down below. And the first book that I'm going to talk about is the newest release by Ali Hazelwood. It is called Deep End. This is an adult sports romance, and it is pitched as a competitive diver and an ace swimmer jump into forbidden waters in this steamy college romance. Our reader said that this is among her steamiest books, and it was overall very well received. This is probably going to be among my palette cleanser reads of the year. I am very excited for this one. This book is going to release on February 4th. The next book is the third book in the Ruinous Love trilogy. It is called Scythe and Sparrow. This is a dark thriller romance with dark humor. The first book is Butcher and Blackbird. And this book is about the third brother, Fionn. He's a lonely small-town doctor, and he meets the circus motorcycle performer, Rose, after a night of murderous adventure goes awry. I personally cannot wait for the release of this one. I'm going to read Leather and Lark in preparation. I loved Butcher and Blackbird so much. It had a lot of tension. It was slow burn. The dark humor, I enjoyed it so much. I thought it was very fresh and unique. And also, our readers of the newest book said that it was so good. A lot of them also wish that the series was longer than 3 books, but we only have 3 brothers, but maybe we will get a spin-off series. I love the concept of this series. I think you either like it or don't, but I fell in love, to be honest. This is going to release on February 11th. The next book is one of my most anticipated releases of the year. It is Rebel Witch, the second book in the Crimson Moth duology. I read Crimson Moth last year and fell in love. I didn't read the synopsis for this one. I refused to read it, but if you haven't read the Crimson Moth yet, you have to. It is about a witch called Rune, and she's disguised as this dumb socialite to save as many witches as she can from being purged. And as she's doing that, she falls in love with a fearless witch hunter. His name is Gideon, and the story goes from there. We have a delicious enemies to lovers with good banter and a lot of chemistry. Highly recommend. Personally, my Crimson Moth reread is something that I'm looking forward to in February, and this is going to release on the 18th. The next book is called The Rose Bargain. This book got a lot of hype recently, and I hope it will live up to my expectations. This is a YA historical fiction fantasy romance. This is pitched as The Cruel Prince meets The Selection, brimming with heart-pounding romance, vicious competition, and beautiful, cruel fae. This is set in a fictional 1840s England where every citizen is granted a bargain from their immortal fae queen. And Ivy's debut season comes with a twist. She has to go through a competition to secure the queen's son's heart. His name is Prince Bram. And this prize could save Ivy's family from ruin and also save her sister from the bargain that destroyed her life. As I said, I only heard glowing reviews about this book. This is going to release on February 4th. The next book is Wings of Starlight by Alison Saft. This is a YA fantasy romance retelling. This is said to be brimming with magic and romance. It is about a young fairy queen who has to form an unlikely alliance or risk an unspeakable danger, destroying everything she holds dear. This is a Pixie Hollow story about the star-crossed romance between Queen Clarion and the Lord of the Winter Woods. This is going to be a standalone, and Tinker Bell fans are falling head over heels. They are going absolutely feral about this book. This is going to release on February 4th. The next book is the third and final book in the Emily Wilde series. It is called Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. I swear every cover of this series is even more beautiful than the previous one. All of them are gorgeous, and now I can just binge read the whole thing and be done with it finally. This is going to release on February 11th. The next book is the third book in the Big Shot series by Tessa Bailey. It is called Dream Girl Drama. This is an adult sports romance and it is pitched as a steamy chance encounter between a professional hockey player and the manic pixie dream girl that he just can't seem to forget. And their encounter takes a very twisty turn when both of them realize that their parents got engaged. And this is going to release on February 4th. The next book is also a sequel. It is the third book in the Compass Diaries series by Elle Kennedy. It is called The Charlie Method. For all my Elle Kennedy girlies out there, I really want to start reading this series this year, but do I have to read the Off Campus series first? Because it is 5 books long and I'm not too eager to read that series if I don't absolutely have to. So let me know if I can read this one without reading that one. This is going to release on February 25th. The next book is going to be the first one in a series. It is called Wooing the Witch Queen, and this is an adult cozy fantasy romance. I love this cover. It is so beautiful. And it is about a witch queen who hires a wizard librarian to help her with her magical library. And it turns out that he is hiding a lot of secrets. This has hidden identities, a slow burn romance, and it is a very charming book according to ARC readers. This is going to release on February 18th. The next release is the second book in the Ashen series by Demi Winters. It is called Kingdom of Claw, and this is the release of the hardcover. The first book is called The Road of Bones. It is an adult fantasy romance where we have a woman on the run, a group of dangerous Viking mercenaries, and a secret that threatens them all. We have a fun banter and a slow building enemies to lovers. I have heard about this book before, the first book last year, and I had my eye on it for the entire year, and I think it's time to pick it up and give it a chance. I heard that the story is very gripping and the romance is so angsty, and overall it was a good read for a lot of people. I really want to give this series a chance, and the hardcover release is going to be on February 4th. The next book is the third book in the None Shall Sleep series. It is called None Shall Mourn. This is another series that I had it on my radar for the entire year of 2024. I really want to start this series too. It is a YA mystery thriller, and it is a psychological thriller about two teenagers who team up with the FBI to help them track down juvenile serial killers. Everyone that I heard talk about this series had only great things to say about it, and now I have 3 books to binge. I also love these covers. I love the art style of these covers so much. This is going to release on February 5th. Another stunning cover, The Beasts We Bury. Look at it. Absolutely beautiful. It is also a dark YA fantasy with betrayal and deceit, and I'm really excited for this release. This is about an heir to the throne who can summon an army of animals and a thief who plans to manipulate her to pull off a one-in-a-lifetime heist. Our reader said that this has a unique magic system, secret identities, complex characters, and one of the most villainous fathers you will ever read about. I mean, I saw the reviews. All of them hate the father, and I hated him from the synopsis too. He seemed like straight up evil. I cannot wait to read this book. This is going to release on February 4th. The next book is an adult mystery thriller. It is called A Killing Cold, where we follow a woman who gets invited to her wealthy fiance's family retreat, and she starts to realize that they are hiding a terrible secret and that she's been there before. Our reader said that the revelations at the end were a jaw-dropping shocker. I cannot wait for the release date of this one. This is going to release on February 4th. The next book is another YA mystery thriller. This is also a book that I'm very interested in. It is called The Meadowbrook Murders. This is set at a prestigious New England boarding school where there is a killer who will desperately do anything to keep their dark secrets hidden. According to ARC readers, this had short chapters that will hook you from the beginning with multiple POVs in that it was unputdownable. And the story revolves around Amy, who finds out that her best friend Sarah and Sarah's boyfriend were killed during the night next to her dorm room, and she didn't hear anything. I'm very, very curious about this book. This is going to release on February 4th. And that was it for me today. If you made it this far, leave me the knife emoji and let me know which are the books that you are anticipating for the next month. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!